music's just one of those things that like literally everyone likes it, and like you could say like it's like any art form, but not everyone likes going to look at portraits in a gallery. Music's much more a popular choice. Well, I used to be in a couple of bands when I was younger. We did a few gigs and recorded a few songs, but it was nothing ever that serious. And then I started making my own music a few years ago, which went through several stages. But about a year ago, I sort of like changed my name. No, 18 months ago, I changed my name to Halle and sort of like took it a lot more seriously. And then since then, it's sort of steadily risen up, and now I'm sort of doing it kind of full time really since I moved to London. So putting in the time that I can. Yeah, it's going well. I don't know, I tend to sort of start things in a different way. Like normally an idea might come from a sample or some sort of like little drum bits I thought, but a lot of the time sort of starting something new is really frustrating for me. It takes forever to get the right ideas, and I've probably got like 500 incomplete tracks on my computer and then about 20 that I've actually finished and released. So it's more of a case of like the odd one that ends up working out rather than starting the track and knowing that I'm going to finish it, because just none of them get finished. I've just finished off a new EP with a vocalist called Joshua Idahem, which is sort of like, he does sort of like spoken word kind of poetry stuff. So we've done a few songs with that, which I'm really interested in. So that's literally just been finished, and it's going to be out digitally and on vinyl in a couple of months or so. And at the moment I'm just working on some remixes for some big labels, which is great because that'll get heard really well. And then I'm going to start on some new material. I've just been asked to play a Dimensions Festival in Croatia, which I'm really happy about because I always wanted to go, but could never really afford it, so that's going to be good. So that's going to be like boat parties and beach parties and stage parties. So that's just the end of summer, so that's going to be great. Just outside Manchester, but like really in the countryside, like it's very rural. So going from that, which I've lived, for 18 years, straight into the middle of London, was a bit scary, but it didn't take too long to get used to it, and there's just like literally so much to do. Like in Manchester, you might find a good club night like every weekend or maybe every 2 weeks, but in London you can go to something every night, and it's always amazing. And that's a big influence on music, because you meet so many other people out in London who made music, like even though it's such a big city, like, and I don't even know that many people there, I'll go into a club and I'll be like, hey, go there, and they're from the other side of London, so it's really good, but it was sort of quite hard at first being away. I think like biggest inspirations are sort of more like music I listen to every day, though stuff that's sort of not too similar to the things I make. Like the really like favourite producer is probably Nicholas Jar, and I think like the way he sort of uses sound in his music is so much more advanced than so many other like musicians and producers, and I think that's what really kind of like inspires me to take a bit of a different route sometimes when making music. Like not necessarily go for the easiest route or like the quickest route, but something that will make things a little more interesting. Biggest regret, which which is a really big regret, is having my name as Palais. I mean, what I did is I thought it'd be sort of cool and clever to have the accent on the A, and now, like, phonetically, that doesn't even mean Palais. It also means that you can't put it into a website, because, you know, you can't have it in URLs. It means most people forget to put the accent on, so they just call me Pale, and there's a million other people called Pale. Get me mixed up with Pale Man, who's also from Manchester. That's quite annoying. And also this other London-based duo are just starting to come up now, and they're also called Pale. So I get tweets all the time like, "Oh, is it you who's playing tonight, or the other Pale?" And so that's definitely a problem, but it's too late to change it now. So it's one of those things you just got to sort of overcome. Be able to live off making music. So it means I get to make music every day, and I think that's just the, you know, I don't have to go to uni until next year, and I don't have to go and do a job elsewhere. So that works really, really well. Well, hopefully still making music sort of in my free time, though I guess it could always be on like a different name and sort of different style of music. And like, it probably will be, because I sort of think like people need to not hang on to like one alias too much. I think like releasing sort of different music under different names is the right way to go. But hopefully by then I'll have finished my degree at Brighton, which is sort of sound design and sort of sound arts. So hopefully sort of have a job in that industry, which is rare. I know it's like not much jobs going, so it's pretty helpful. But yeah, sort of doing that and then making music in my free time is what I'm going to be doing.